Street lights blurring my eyes, footsteps echo in time. No one here, just me and night, but I still feel you in the sky. You never stayed, but you never left. Like perfume and cold air, you haunt what's left. I don't speak your name, but I think it loud. I don't walk your way, but I feel the sound. You're the fog I breathe at night. You're the chill that holds me tight. Didn't burn, didn't blaze, but you stay in silent ways. You're the echo in the street. You're the pause between my beats. Didn't scream, didn't fight, but you're here every night. I pass cafes with empty chairs, see couples laugh, but I just stare. You weren't my storm, you were just air. But baby, even air can break a heart when you breathe it long enough in the dark. I don't see your face, but it lives in mine. I don't touch your skin, but it stains my time. You're the fog I breathe at night. You're the chill that holds me tight. Didn't crash, didn't hit, but I'm drowning slow in it. You're the silence in my song. You're the feeling something's wrong. Didn't stay, didn't fight, but you haunt me every night. You're the fog I breathe at night. You're the weight I hold so light. Didn't scream, didn't burn, but I never quite returned. Your hands were gentle, but your words were deep. You kissed me softly, then left me with no sleep. Your vibe was low, but your weight was real. You said it's nothing, but damn I feel. You touched like a breeze, but hit like a storm. Left no bruise on my skin, but inside I'm torn. You pressed slow, but my heart took the fall. Made your love like a whisper, but it echoed through it all. You touched light, but my soul got bruised. Now I'm lying in the silence of the love you didn't choose. Yeah. You dance like rain on a Sunday song. Stay just enough to make me long. You didn't shout, you didn't scream, you just left between my dreams. Oh, your exit was quiet, but your ghost speaks loud. I see you in slow motion, even lost in the crowd. You pressed slow, but my heart broke fast, like a song that fades, but the echo lasts. You touch light, but my chest still aches from every word you didn't say. I'm okay, never meant this, just I need time. Always at your love like a subtle sound. You touch life, but you broke me clean. Now I float in a love unseen. I'm okay, never meant peace, just I need time. Always meant like this. Didn't fall for your eyes, didn't dive in your name, but something about the silence still plays like a game. Didn't cry when you left, didn't miss when you're gone, but your vibe's like a cigarette. I don't smoke, but I'm drawn. You weren't loud, you weren't bright, but why you still in my nights? Didn't hit me like a wave, didn't burn like fire, but damn you stayed like a whisper I admire. Didn't chase, didn't crave, but now I'm stuck in the loop I can't say. Didn't plan to replay, didn't mean to rewind, but now your voice keeps echoing in my mind. Didn't mean to look twice, didn't wanna reply, but you typed, hey, and I fell inside. You weren't gold, you weren't sharp, but you carved a space in my heart. Didn't hit me like a storm, didn't shake my soul, but you crept in slow. Now I'm not whole. Didn't shine, didn't blind, but baby you redefined my time. Didn't hit me loud, didn't make me fall, but you linger like smoke on an empty wall. Didn't cry, didn't scream, but now I'm lost in a soft, soft dream. I don't smell your perfume anymore, but the pillow still knows. I don't see your shoes by the door, but your rhythm still flows. The lights blink on automatic, like they've learned your way. Even silence plays in patterns that your laughter used to make. I don't chase the echo, but I still hear your tone. In every drop of reverb, you made this house your own. Tonight, you're not here, but the song, it pulls you near. In every note, in every loop, I relive the truth. You left the room, but your voice still in tune. This beat is all I've got, and it's more than just a thought. playing something new, but you're in every chord. Even when I mute the groove, you're louder than before. Fingers dance on the controller, but I'm not DJing peace. I'm just mixing you in echoes of a love I can't release. I'm not crying for the past, but it leaks into the bass. And when the drop hits softly, it's you I still embrace. Tonight, you're not here, but the song it draws you near. In every synth, in every rhyme, you're stuck in time. You left the lights, but your beat's still in the night. In this room, in this mix, you're the drop I can't remix. My hands, but stayed in all my plans. You walked away, but your rhythm chose to stay. And as the beat fades out, you're the silence I replay. You're the silence I replay. I tap your name at 2 a.m. Same screen, same pain again and again. No words, no green light glow, just echoes of what you used to show. Our chats still live like ghosts in here. Memes and songs and I miss you near. But even seeing feels far from kind, cause your heart's offline all the time. I open your chat like a habit, but I don't get your heart back with it. Tapping, stopping, gone again. I'm stuck in loops you won't explain. I left my love in bubble blue, but yours just faded out of view. Read receipts, no heart received. Just me, still too naive. You used to send goodnight with stars. Now all I get are seen in scars. I scroll up just to feel us there, pretending that you still might care. Every real LOL now breaks my chest. Your old tone emojis haunt my rest. I left my truth in every line, but you just leave no sign, no sign. I open your chat like a wound, hoping for you, always too soon. Typing dots like hope's false spark, but it fades into the dark. I left my soul in sticker packs. You ghosted out and won't come back. Read receipts, no heart received. Only love I still believe. Send way, delete, oblique. Dream type, silence, defeat. You're not replying, but I'm still replying in my mind. I open your chat like a prayer, but I don't feel you anywhere. I send a heart, you send a void. Now love feels like a game you toyed. I close your name, but not the ache. Still open for a past to wake. Read receipts, no heart received, but mine's still here. Naively grieve. We danced once in the echo of June. Now your love's a vapor, left too soon. You said you'd stay but didn't say how long. Now I'm vibing solo to our song. And this room still smells like your perfume, but only bass fills up this gloom. I hit replay like I hit regret. You're a rhythm I can't forget. Your heart floats like a river in the air. I reach but you're never really there. Even bass lines fade in time, but I keep looping you in mind. My love plays in 4/4 pain, steady beating a loss I can't explain. Floating heart, fading bass, and me stuck in this empty space. I mix my tears in echo tracks. Try to mute your voice, but it comes back. You were a verse I couldn't write. Now you're the silence in my night. I tried to EQ all your lies, but your goodbye still amplifies. I auto-tune this ache I hide, but the real still leaks from inside. Your heart flows like a reverb in the air. I reach but you're never really there. Even bass lines fade in time, but I keep looping you in mind. Your name's still mapped to every key. Even the silence sings of we. Floating heart, fading bass, still can't delete your trace. You ghosted mid-drop. You ghosted mid-drop. Chase you through this lonely night. You're just a sound I can't replace. Floating heart, fading bass. I keep replaying moments that never really happened. A smile I made up nightly, a touch I only imagined. You were kind in my illusions, you stayed inside my mind. But truth was never with you, just stories I designed. I miss you in the mornings, but I never had you here. Your name is just a habit, your ghost is what I fear. I'm missing what never was, holding it like it's your hand. I'm crying over silence from a song that never began. I'm dreaming of a future built on nothing real. This isn't heartbreak, just a wound that won't heal. You didn't leave me broken, you never really came, but I built you out of fragments and dressed them up in flame. I made you into someone that you never tried to be, and I stayed in love with fiction, 'cause truth was too empty. You never said you'd love me, but I heard it in my head. You never said forever, but I still bled. I'm missing what never was, crying for the could have been, writing songs for shadows of what we never began. I'm haunted by the quiet way your voice should ring. This isn't and hurting like it's true. You were only in my head, but I gave my heart to you. Now I'm letting go of echoes of dreams I wrote in ink, 'cause you were in love, just the way I used to think. You came over like it meant more, with coffee and the look again. You stayed just past the silence like you didn't wanna end. We laughed too long and nothing, your eyes stayed on my lips. The distance wasn't far, but your heart just didn't slip. Your hands were on the table, but never reached for mine. We breathed in perfect timing, but love missed every sign. You almost loved me tonight, you almost stayed till light. You almost whispered stay, but stop before the fight. You almost touched my skin, but fear held you within. And I was left with echoes of what we could have been. We sat in quiet hunger, your jacket stayed on tight. I poured a little closeness, but you didn't take a bite. You said the night was lovely, but didn't say with you. I guess I filled the silence with all I thought was true. Your smile was like a maybe, but never loud or clear. I leaned in for a moment, and you leaned out with fear. You almost loved me tonight, you almost crossed the line. You almost let the truth out, but then you changed your mind. You almost let me in, but closed the door again. And I was left replaying a love that didn't begin. We almost kissed, we almost stayed, we almost made it, but we walked away. We almost stayed, we almost made it, but we walked away. You almost loved me tonight, you almost made it right, but almost leaves a silence that's louder than goodbye. You almost meant forever, but now I understand. Some loves aren't meant to happen, just meant to hold our hand. You held me like a whisper, but never loud enough to stay. You smiled like it meant something, but your heart was miles away. We danced without a rhythm, we touched but never fell. You loved me in the margins, but never gave me the whole spell. I waited at the doorway, hoping you would come through, but you always stood in shadows, never saying me and you. You never went all in, but I gave you all of me. You tiptoed on my edges while I drowned in your sea. You never closed the distance, but you held me like you cared. It wasn't love you gave me, but it felt like it was there. We shared 1,000 mornings with coffee, not a word. Your silence felt familiar, like something I preferred. But love should not be quiet, or half a hand to hold. And I can't keep pretending that warm is close to cold. I left the door wide open, you never crossed the line. You stood there like a maybe, in a world that wanted signs. You never went all in, but I gave you all of me. You whispered like a secret, then disappeared like steam. You never lit the fire, but you warmed me for a while. I'm tired of being almost when I wanted all your miles. You almost said you loved me, you almost stayed the night, but almost isn't always and never feels so right. You never went all in, but I kept letting you near. You never gave your future, but you borrowed all my years. You never had to love me, but I hoped you maybe would. And now I'm just a story of love that you didn't give You looked at me with quiet fire. I smiled like I didn't know. Your silence louder than the night. Your eyes asking, will you go? I turned to grab my coat, but left my heart behind. You never asked a question, but I felt it in your mind. You're not asking why, but I see it in your face. You're not stopping me, but I feel you need me to stay. You're the question I can't answer, the thought I can't let go. You're the voice in every silence, the reason I move slow. You're the pause inside my laughter, the ache behind my smile. You're the song that never ended, but played in me a while. The way you breathe when I say nothing says more than any word. I hear it like a melody that only I've heard. You didn't beg, you didn't plead, but you stood there like a door. And I walked through like a coward, afraid to feel you more. You're not holding on, but your hands still feel like home. You're not chasing me, but I've never felt so numb. You're the question I can't answer, the truth I hide too deep. You're the night that never ended, you're the dream I couldn't keep. You're the space inside my silence, the note I never played. You're the answer I keep running from, because I'm too afraid. Why did you look like that? Like you knew I'd leave, but you stayed anyway, like the answer wasn't what you needed. You're the question I can't answer, but I'll ask it every day. In the echo of your heartbeat, as I slowly drift away. You're the question I can't answer, turned around and you were gone. No fight, no cry, just silence in the song. You knew the beat was building, you felt the tension rise. But just before the drop, you slipped out of my life. You didn't wait for the chorus, didn't stay for the light. You faded in the pre-echo of our favorite night. You left when the bass was about to hit, didn't even flinch, didn't even quit. You vanished with no sound while I was still breaking down. You left when the drop was on the rise, like you knew how to cut without a knife. No goodbye, no mess, just you and the restlessness. Now I dance in the half beat of a loop we never closed. I scroll through old playlists, but yours hurts the most. The lights don't feel the same, and the nights play too long. You were gone, but the beat plays on. You slip between the measures of a song we used to own. Now I remix my sadness to dance it all alone. You left when the bass was about to hit, like a ghost that knows when to split. You walked out mid-verse, left me with a curse. You left when the rhythm called your name, and I stayed here just not the same. Still waiting for that drop that never came. Took your echo, left your light, and I'm still here chasing that beat, but it never feels complete. You said it's time, with that soft voice like a breeze, and didn't slam the door, but I still feel the freeze. Your cup still on the table, your scent still on my shirt. You left with grace, but it somehow hurts worse. I watched you fade through the rearview glass, while the beat kept playing like time won't pass. You said goodbye so soft, but this beat won't stop. You walked out of frame, but your echoes in every drop. You're gone like a whisper, but I still feel the heat. You left the room in silence, but the bass still. Now I drive past neon signs where we used to laugh. Your favorite song just played like a ghost from the past. Can't blame you for leaving, but I'm dancing with the pain. And this loop keeps spinning, calling out your name. I'm moving, but I'm still where you let me go. My hands on the wheel, but my mind's back home. You said goodbye so soft, but the beat plays rough. I'm alone in this car, but the music's enough. You're gone like you're deep in the key. You say goodbye so soft, but the rhythm's still tough. Even silence has a groove that leads back to love. You left me at the light, but I kept driving through night with the only thing left, a beat that knows you. Still online, still online, still online, still waiting. I left the chat bubble open, just in case you text again. Check the timestamp too often, like it matters in the end. Your ghost lives in my playlist, in every late night loop. And though the screen stays quiet, my heart won't hit regroup. And don't say a word I already know. The silence hits harder the more it grows. The blue ticks burn like neon signs of a love that slipped through time. You don't have to reply, I'm still here, just let me lie in this room of maybes, of what ifs and latelys. You don't have to explain why you walked out in the rain, just know in my own way I'm still missing you today. I play the scene on repeat, you laugh, you frown, you'll walk away, like a film I never finish, always pausing where we fade. I scroll back through our messages, each line is sparked and dim. It's like you said goodbye without typing it in. You don't know me, close your lines, I've read enough between the signs. The chat's still here, the thread still glows, but you're somewhere I can't go. You don't have to reply, I'll stop asking why. This loop is my solace, in silence I find solace. You don't need to explain, I'll take the loss like rain falling without names, still whispering your name. Still typing, still hoping. No reply, just the sky. You don't have to reply, but if someday you scroll by, just know there was someone who waited with undone. You don't have to rewind, I've played us enough times, still stuck in this line. Are you there? Message not sent.